I invited you to a guest star, Dilly. The Dizzler. He's getting ready, chat. The final stage of the media tour. Hello. You want to put your camera sideways?
Oh yeah. Hello, what's up, y'all? You actually caught me on my way.
Wait, hold on. I can't hear
Is
you.
it working?
Yeah, wait. It's not sideways though. It didn't work. Never mind. Just keep it normal.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
wait,
You
it
good?
did. It did work. It did work. It
Yeah.
worked. It worked. It
Technology's
worked.
great. All right. What's up? What's up, chat? What's up,
Okay.
everybody? So yeah, ask away. I feel like I've talked about it. Just giving it some time and just kind of like really thought about everything that's just been happening. But, you know, for those who just support me, I do appreciate it. For those who think I'm just like the weakest piece of shit ever, it's like whatever, dude. You know, it's the internet. It happens. You know, it can happen to anybody, right? Overnight. So
Okay. So here, the question I have for you is this. Okay, are you ready for this?
yeah, what's up?
I guess the question on everybody's minds is like, so you met SupCaitlin, you're modding for her, you make her computer and stuff, like,
Yeah,
and you get out of a relationship or whatever. Like, I'm gonna be super honest. Like, so what is it?
yeah.
Like, is there is there like a feeling in your mind that like maybe you get to hit at the end of the day? Like, is that what it is?
No,
Or like
because like,
what satisfaction do you derive out of this?
so originally I had like a really business mindset about this, right? Because before I was a mod, I was more of a business partner to her, right? So like I wanted to work with a lot of streamers, and she was one of the first big ones I got to work with for the computer stuff, right? So then eventually I was like, oh, I used to plan a lot of stuff in college and like plan events and plan ideas, and I really liked her dating show content, right? Because I'm like, needed something to listen to, and then eventually I'm like, I can talk to women, right? Like I'm a normal guy. I feel like if you have someone that can like has normal gestures and just like have good intentions, like you're not trying to be like kind of weird about it. It's like, hey, this is what we have. This is what we have to offer. Would you like to come on and do content with us? And I'm like the guy behind the scenes that just kind of help her with that kind of stuff. And like I kind of knew early on because I met her um, very shortly after I started watching her, like in person, and just kind of understand the dynamics of it. What would a business partnership look like? Maybe a friendship potentially. And I just been a normal like growing up, just like being friends with girls and not kind of being weird about it. And just like if feelings do catch, great. But if not, no big deal. But we're like just that's just how I've grown up, talking and treating women. So
So like
yeah,
you're playing the way I understand it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You're playing the
all right,
fall guy. Like you're playing a role, right? What Caitlin is
yeah,
doing is like rage bait content to a certain degree where she's like, "Oh my god, ew, gross. Like my mod is here." And oh god, like it's playing a fantasy of like this is how I would treat you, the chatters who are watching and deriving some kind of satisfaction out of this. And you're supposed
exactly.
to be the guy who's like humiliated. It's like being a fall guy, which I understand, right? Like there's a setup. I guess like for me, when I watch it, when I saw it, for me, it's not for me. I don't understand the content at all.
Not for
Like
anybody. Not
I
for
don't,
anybody. Not,
I don't get it. But like, is it pre-planned? Like you know that like she's gonna give you a little kissy poo and then be like, oh gross. Like is that what it is?
yeah, because I feel like she's had that reaction before, and it just hadn't been blown up to this kind of idea, right? Like she's just uncomfortable with touch in general, right? So when you're generally uncomfortable touching people, I could be like, it happens, right? Like especially if you like, for example, like in her mindset, I'm like her little brother. Who in the hell?
Okay. So like you're in on
Content
the
and
bit
the
is what
way.
you're saying. You're saying you're in on the bit.
Yeah,
Like
the bit was
you've
planned like months in advance, right? We were talking about doing this at TwitchCon and blowing this up at TwitchCon, right? So this has been planned for a long time, and I said, whatever, like for example, we had other content that could be.
wait, you're cutting out. I can't hear you now. You said other content, and I lost you.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I got a friend trying to blow up my phone right now, I guess. But like we had for an example, right? Like she had spit in one of her viewers' mouth, and that was like planned content, but that didn't blow out of proportion like this did. Or like she had a viewer that has a tattoo of her, and they had like a skit planned with that, and that didn't blow up crazy, right? So it's just like people pick and choose and victimize who wants to do what, and when they don't know the full story that we really ask people, is this okay? Are you cool with this kind of stuff, right? Like I feel like I didn't know this would affect my life in a crazy, manner, because I'm just like, I'm all about comedy. I'm all about skits, jokes, all that stuff. That's just like what I live for my entertainment, right? And I hope people can understand that if it's not your cup of tea for jokes like that, then I can understand that. But sometimes it is kind of stressful to like when you just want to bring entertainment to people. And people get a lot of crazy stuff happen to them, and it's just it is
So
what it is.
do you feel like do you feel like people blew it out of proportion? Like, how do you feel after everybody was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you humiliating yourself? Why are you debasing yourself? I don't get it."
I mean, it's like for me, it's just like you have those days. Like for me, like when I go over and like do content, right? When I do content with her specifically, right? It's like, oh, I could have done this better. I could have done that better. Um, and like, because I feel like usually I'm more quippy backy, like, hey, like for example, right? Uh, like if she had mentioned something about her ex, I'm like, I know I'm getting way better than any like past ex or whatever. Like, or just like stop at it, right? It's just I was so like kind of messed up before because I've been just like kind of sick and just like some very allergic to cats. I was just trying to keep it together and just try my best and get through the stream because we originally didn't want to do it and just go out and be normal people and hang out and be friends. So just for me, it's just like with I just wasn't be able to be myself or the way I wanted to be. But I told her either way, whatever happens, happens, kind of beforehand. Because we kind of talked about it before, like, hey, this is what I want to do. Um, I understand what kind of like jokes and stuff she kind of had an idea planned for. So I didn't want to go over too much about that. I just wanted to go over what I would like added to it. And then we added it, but obviously that didn't, go crazy. But yeah, it's just like stuff we talk about and just like communicate. There's like a lot of communication going on. And I feel like people don't see that, which is fine because like out of context it looks crazy.
Do you feel like people are projecting their own insecurities onto you?
Um, I feel like maybe I think no, I wouldn't say necessarily, but yeah, some people are projecting kind of like as if I was their friend and that they wouldn't see, want to see their friend go through something like this, I guess, but because they think I'm just probably like a normal mod who works really hard for her and simp for her and all this and that. And so how could she treat this guy so poorly? When if anything, she's made Twitch a hell of a lot cooler place for me than before I met her, and just I got to meet a lot of cool people and do a lot of crazy things for other content creators that I can't even name drop and do some really cool work behind the scenes. So it's hard kind to like want to show gratitude in this kind of like situation, but I do. I'm very thankful, and I don't regret what has happened in the past few days. I will say that.
Yeah, you went on a media tour, my man. You went on a
Dude,
like a cuckening media tour where you were like, no, guys, I'm the Dizzler. You don't
yeah, I
understand.
you don't understand. I feel like yeah,
I
because I
feel
don't
like
want
you
to be.
you dizzled all of us to be honest.
I think it was just part of it. I just kind of like if it's like it's like I feel like you don't ever get to fight back on the internet sometimes, and I feel like maybe the Dizzler can do it, and I think it's gonna take some time, but I think we're off to a good start, and I can't believe you're even seeing this, and I'm even talking to you. Like Like I walked past you at like TwitchCon, like, oh man, I can't believe this guy's like right next to you. Like I'm so like normal and chill. Like I just don't like to bother people too much sometimes because I'm just like, oh, I don't want to act like a fan or be like give off fan behavior stuff, you know. But I just like do appreciate content creators and what they do, and to the time y'all take to try to get to know people sometimes, and you know, understand some of us are pretty normal people.
So,
'Cause,
would you do it all again if given the opportunity? Or like, would you dizzle, or do you feel like you dizzled a little too close to the sun, or would you dizzle that hard once again?
if I could dizzle back in time,
Yeah.
I would have done the kiss a little bit better, just so the Dizzler comes out a little bit on top. Because
So you don't think
I
you gave
want
a good enough kissy poo? Is that what happened? Because I don't remember the kiss. I didn't. I was just kind of.
the kiss was just like a peck, right? And that's pretty standard from what has happened in the past. So I was like, that's fine. Whatever, like I said, whatever happened happened. It's good. It's just content, right? At the end of the day.
So
But
you're
yeah,
saying
no,
you're saying you would have given it your all. You would have kissed a little bit better than the peck.
yeah. I feel like if I call myself the Dizzler, I think the kiss should have been a little better. But other than that, no. I would say I wish I did to go showcase my personality a little bit more. But like I said, if I wasn't 100% that day, I had a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So I was just like kind of just ready to do it because like I've been just on like a crazy adventure in LA since I got here, and we had like postponed like 2 idea streams that we were gonna do. So Caitlin was like super nice. She's like, "Hey, we don't have to do all this bunch of content. Let's just be hang out and be normal people and be friends, right?" But I really just came here to hang out, honestly. So it's just crazy. Something we just did like last minute is blown to this kind of proportion. So I'm just like, okay, yeah. Now I got to answer for it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I mean, this is like this has been very
Like
illuminating. Wait, did
TwitchCon, like,
someone clip it? No. Oh, never mind. I thought someone clipped the kiss. I was gonna go see and rate it. I was gonna go rate your kissy poo. See.
it's just like a little, check and then go, check
Damn,
and
dude,
go.
hold up. Yo, you're dizzling all of us. We didn't ask for this. Whoa, chill.
Whoa, 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 no. I don't want to get canceled again. Okay, but
Wait, why
yeah.
do you feel like you got canceled? I don't think you got canceled. I think people
No, no,
were.
no, 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 no. Oh, yeah, yeah. I just don't want to cause you any trouble.
No,
So,
I
but
think I think people I think people were like, defending you. They were very upset at Caitlyn.
yeah,
They were like, what the fuck she doing? Like, she
yeah,
sucks. Like, she's awful. Like, that's it seems like that's the prevailing attitude online.
right.
And that you are what do you call it? That you're oblivious to the fact that you're being used. But it does seem like you are
It's
shockingly
look.
normal, as normal as someone can be for like building a PC for a Twitch streamer who they're moderating for and stuff. So
Well, the moderating came like months way later, right? So I came in as a business proposal, right? Because I was like, oh, let me shoot my shot, boom, and see where it goes, right? So I guess this is another leap of faith as well. So um, hopefully something good comes from it. Maybe I'll get a bag. Who knows? But no, I mean, I would say it's just like more like I think Caitlin and like streamers in general have taught me that you can bring people have different ways to bring happiness to people, and that's just what I live for, right? It's just to make people happy. But to each their own. Caitlin has her ways of entertaining people, and it's not for everybody, right? For me, it was entertaining, and like I said, I have no regrets. And she's really a sweet girl, nice person. I'm not just saying this just to say this, right? Because I wouldn't spend a week with her if I couldn't stand her as a person. And to and for herself as well. If she didn't like me, she wouldn't have done it to begin with, right? She only would do something like this and joke around, even if it, like I said, even though the joke didn't get perceived really well, with people she trusts. Like I feel like that's just like a basic concept of trust, kind of like.
Like, do you think people are taking it too seriously? Like overall, like it was just
I think it's satire to begin with, right? So when you know, like are looking at this, it's like because it's like a piece of fiction, right? You're like, man, this Star Wars story sucks, man. Like, why did they do Anakin so dirty, or why did they do, you know, this character so bad, or like, why did he die, or you know, it's just like kind of this same thing. It's like they took it and just be like, oh, this poor guy who they didn't even know I've hung out with her at least like 8, 10 times before that stream, you know, or like when we play games like normal people, right? Or like play Valorant, like you know, and stuff like that. So it's just like they're taking like what
yeah.
they
They look at
see.
well, you're talking to a group of people that watch wrestling and think it's real, and then they get mad at the fucking heel, you know. So
Exactly.
it's a bit like
Right.
that, I think.
Right. Right. I'm like an up and coming new character in this saga of Twitch, and they're like, "What's going on here?" Right? Like, is you know. Um, so basically, I'm trying to industry plant myself. Please follow me. I need money. I'm just kidding. Anyways, but yeah. No, it's just like I said, I've always been about like that kind of friend that will, you know, take the needs of other people's first. And then I think that's just what it came down to. Just like, hey, I came here to make the most out of my trip, right? I like planned this trip last minute. I was like, hey, it was my idea to, hey, let's do some streams together. What do you think? Right? Because
Okay,
I'm feeling,
what did you want to get out of it though? Like, were you when you were like, let's do some streams? Like, was it like, let's do some streams where we do the makeout challenge, or were you like, haha, I'm gonna be the heel, and like it's fine, you know, it'll be funny.
kind of both. Because like I wanted to showcase that,
Wait, so
that
both? Oh, so you did want to do a little makeout
like,
stream?
I wanted, I said, I'm not saying I want to make out with her. It's just saying like, um, obviously help her get her bag, right? You know, help her get her bag. And that's her, that was her idea, right? The kiss, that's her idea, not mine, right? And then like she's done it a few times for guests. So that's up to, you know, it's easy money, right? So can't really blame her. Um, and then on top of that, it's just like I've been working on like because I would do like co-hosting stuff. Like we'll do, you know, I'll be a co-host for a dating show, or I'll be the Dizzler will make an appearance and date other streamers, right? And just wanted to like keep that Dizzler momentum, get that Dizzler stock up, you know, and you know, because I do enjoy streaming on occasion, and just wanted to take it a little bit more seriously, and just like this was like kind of idea to help me get in that direction, and just like kind of push it in that direction. It's like, hey, I can do this and be kind
All
of
right.
funny, and people enjoy watching, and
Well,
that's just like reassurance of that kind of thing.
well, listen, you know, I wish you well, and I hope you dizzle your way to the top. I'm expecting
Yeah,
some Amaranth Dizzler streams. You know,
yeah,
maybe Jenny Meowry, maybe she could step on you and stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I already got modded Amaranth. She told me to hit the gym,
Dude,
so
you're
I'm
on
gonna
the
be.
up and up. It's Jover. All these guys, they're hating on you, but they don't see the vision, Dizzler. I see
Yeah,
it.
you see it. This is why you're my guy, Hasan.
I see the bigger picture here.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to me, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for coming on, my man. Have a good one.
See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.
There you go. That was Dr. Dilly 69.